Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I have a very, very, very important announcement because it's not. Let's just open up the elephant in the room, okay? You've been seeing me consistently for the longest, and I've been working hard on essentially making sure that you guys have a lot of the right information out there moving forward in this space. As we speak right now, let's talk about the state of the trenches. Let's talk about what's happening and what's not happening. And let's be very honest. Let's have a very honest conversation. I'm going to do this even more. I'm going to actually prove to you with case studies and actual real environmental, shit behind this, and not me just blabbering the fact that this is real life shit. So currently, as we speak right now, this is the state of the trenches. When Pump.Fun first came out in the beginning of 2024, 25, onboarded was a lot of people because it was a very easy platform to use. It was highly being traded. It was taking up a lot of volume. And it was a new thing for people to essentially be able to make money. That Pump.Fun has done a lot of different significant changes within their ecosystem recently to try to make improvements. But to be honest with you, there's been two things that everyone is aware of that has essentially made Pump.Fun a laughing stock of traders, and alongside it, a desert, almost deserted, to be honest with you, when it comes to volume. The first two things that we need to talk about was when they decided to move from radium. The move to radium was one that people thought was a bullish move. They thought, oh, these guys are putting their money where their mouth is. But now it seems to me like it's just an early way of exit liquidity from a higher wealth perspective. So what I mean by that is by literally taking all the customers and bringing them now to this now new liquidity pool called Pump Swap, right? Well, then, to be completely honest with you, you segregate the volume to a specific one entity where people need to feel quote unquote safe or at least somewhat profitable. You move them from radium, you move them from all these other eyeballs. So enters Bonk, right? Bonk has literally taken Solana volume and moved it to the point where that's where you need to be in order to make some money, period. The problem, however, with Bonk is the fees are higher, a lot higher than Pump.Fun. And the problem is, currently, if you're a bundler, well, Solana's price is not going down. That's a good thing for the traders. But for this bundler, for you guys that wanted a bundle, what is 10 sold now compared to what it was 4 or 5 months ago? To the floor, that is. It's a perception shift that's kind of gone around here. And let's not forget about the pump launch that just occurred. This alone was like the icing on the cake. It's like there's no transparency even with the devs here, because even their own highly anticipated pump launch coin was dumped by insiders. You can look at this on the chart. No meaningful airdrop follow up. Mass token rugs, 98.6 fail rate. I assume there's to be even lawsuits alleging to operate like slot machines. It's solidified. And honestly, it solidified in the last 4 to 6 months that Pump.Fun is specifically for degenerates trying to get rich in 2 minutes or less. And honestly, anything over that is considered a long haul trade. And even serious Solana traders and builders have begun mocking it as the scratch off ticket machine of crypto, where coins go to die after 0.3 of clout. 0.3 of soul, that is. And the data backed by this is immersive. From the daily trading volume to what we see now when it comes to radiant migration fees. Community settlement is not even thereof botted, shall we say. My final take was that yes, the volume dropped due to this insane move. Yes, community perception has shifted from the excitement to skepticism to even now mockery. And unless Pump.Fun reinvents itself, airdrops governance, or new roadmap, it risks being replaced entirely by platforms like Let's Bonk. And that is a fact. Now, let's talk about something else now. Right? Now you find yourself on a world trading platform called Radium, using bonk CAs that have now spiked significantly in volume. But now you have some of the best trading softwares out there to be able to give you some of you guys out there, traders, the upper hand, some of the bigger edge. For example, we can look at bots such as Bullocks, such as what else we got? Axiom. The list goes on. I could actually pull up something here, but I want to show you. I find it, and I'll shield this because at the end of the day, I've never really talked about this, but I find it very interesting because this is only one of many, to be completely honest with you. One of many. Let me see if I pull this up for you guys. So, right here. You guys ever heard about this thing called Xuntu.io? And so the reason why I'm bringing this to your attention is because it's programs like this or applications like this and why devs, for example, aren't, or when I say devs, I say like bundlers or, guys that used to do the old DWT days, as I say. Things like this pretty much puts a wedge and makes it a lot harder to be able to be profitable, to be completely honest with you. I've met so many people from so many different Discords who consistently will get on a platform and say, hey, yeah, I made 8 or 10 soul today, but literally the next day say they're down 6. There's no consistency. There's no literally business structure, especially with Pump.Fun. The reason why I find this to be really cool is because when you're on X, it actually pretty much gives you information that, let me show you, for example, with mine. You ever wonder why some people might not be buying from their contracts anymore? There's literally this tool. I'm not sure you saw that in the beginning. I just like trying to scroll out, but it was showing me literally how many pages or how many names this profile has used in the last XYZ. So there it is, right there. I can see on the bottom. This is a part of this X into program. And so imagine as a trader having this to your discretion, and then the next thing you know it, you're like, oh, this motherfucker's been changing names for the last X, Y, and Z days. He's been this, he's been that, he's been this, he's been that, he's been this and that. So it gives you a little bit understanding right off the bat when you see a community or a telegram of whoever created it, what they're about. Almost like a blueprint behind a blueprint. So then if you go to the trenches, right, and you start to see some of these P&L cards that were produced from like 4, 5, 6 months ago, you start looking at the 15-hour marks on what the daily, or what the actually, not daily, but the 15-minute buy rate and the 15-minute sell rate was on a 15-minute chart back in 2025, February, ish, maybe January. You compare that to today on Pump.Fun. Just today, the Pump.Fun was like 200, I believe, 200 or 300 Solana for 15 minutes worth of volume, which is crazy. And then you go on Bonk, right? And next thing you know it, there's over like 2,000 buys. And so it literally tells you people are tired of Pump.Fun. And even more, they want to win. But the game has not been won. It's just gotten harder for both sides. Liquidation still happens at its finest. But the floor has rise, and the expectations have gotten even further, to the point where the normalized human being can't simply run up a small fee and simply just rug pull, because honestly, let's be frank with you. Let's be fully transparent here. Let's just cut the shit. Celebrities bring fucking volume. It is what it is. No matter what DJ you are, celebrities bring volume. And when celebrities fuck with shit, that's when shit gets crazy. That's when normies come in. That's when snipers set their parameters to fucking moon everything, buy everything. And that's when you feel like you're just eating, you're printing, you're getting bids all day, just because these snipers don't give a fuck about losing a couple $1,000. They're eating way more than that because of the volume of the fucking extra liquidity coming in from the celebrities. And to be completely frank and honest with you, without Sahil, Sahora, or someone like him to bring in the celebrity meta to Pump.Fun, none of this shit would have ever been possible. They brought a wave of multiple millions and millions of people that literally found reason to trade again. I remember one day a coin going from, like, what was that? The mother coin of Iggy Azalea went from like 1 million to like 38 million in like within 2 or 3 days. This type of money is unheard of nowadays. It's scarcity. So this is the real state of the trenches. This is a PSA. I want you to take it, to leave it. I want you to understand it, where we're at with it. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna probably shift gear a little bit with this channel, to be honest with you, because I'm not the guy that ever was the guy. You can see me from back in 2021 when it came to like high yield investment platforms. When the shit's dried up, I'm fucking not gonna stick with it. I'm not the same dude like this selling, fucking dime bags when he should move up to, selling pounds. Like, I'm always moving with the volume, moving with the flow, moving with what's in. Like motherfuckers back in the day that was talking about NFTs back in 2021, 2022. They're not talking about that shit anymore. If you are, then you're not fucking making money because the NFTs are shit. They're fucking dead. It is what it is. The Pump.Fun's dead. It is what it is. Bonk's the new shit right now, but at the end of the day, fucking bonk prices are astronomical. You gotta have some serious fucking bread to fucking really bite the fucking barrel. And not to mention, these fucking bundlers are fucking like honestly to really fucking take advantage of the shit. You have to have a node. You have to have a virtual private server. These Telegram bots are not fucking really printing like that. At the end of the day, don't let this shit deceive you. Some people have their outlets though. Like if you might have your base corners, if you have your fucking alpha groups, your X liquidity call groups, whatever it may be, then that's a business. It's working for you. It's different. You can run on any type of software, but for the other guy that just came into it and just wants to fucking bash out snipers, good luck. The snipers not even there no more. And if they are, they're there specifically for, well, less than a millisecond before you can hit sell all. For real. So we're going to move to something more in line with what's going on. We're going to find this shit. We're going to find the next upcoming biggest thing. We're going to teach it too. I love teaching. That's my thing. I love to teach. I love to educate. But staying in the whole fucking Pump.Fun shit, like, it's not fucking worth it. They're not doing anything besides literally going to zero. And that's what I'm gonna probably call this motherfucker. Going to motherfucking zero. Real. But that's where we're going. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Anyways, I'm not a financial advisor. It's not financial advice. This was just a guy on YouTube that's just want to show you guys a little bit here and there what's going on here. I want you guys to please make sure to subscribe, like the video, and stay with me because I'm definitely going to take you guys down a journey. But this Pump.Fun shit, it's for the birds. You're out.